read an excerpt from Bad Boy by Walter Dean Myers. And remember, whenever we see the words excerpt, it means it's a piece from a larger text. And in this case, it is a memoir. So it is written about his personal experiences. It is a nonfiction narrative about a learned subject. So when we read the background information, we're going to see if there's any information about what the topic is or what Walter Dean Myers experienced. So let's read that together. In his memoir, Walter Dean Myers describes his childhood growing up in Harlem, New York in the 1940s and 1950s. This excerpt takes place when Myers is in elementary school. Earlier in the chapter, his teacher, Mrs. Conway, lent him books to read after noticing his interest in reading. So let's go ahead and answer the question on our document. What information is provided to us as readers in the background? Well, we kind of see the topic is introduced, and it is about reading and his interest. So let's kind of back up. His interest in reading. And we know that Myers is in elementary school at the time. And it is in 1940 and 1950 in Harlem, New York. So we see the context, we see the setting, the characters. We're kind of introduced to what is going on in this nonfiction narrative up to this point. Let's go ahead and read the first 3 paragraphs independently and then write your summary down here. Go ahead and pause the video. So some of the things I jotted down for my summary for paragraphs 1 through 3 is that Myers has a love for sports. He has a strong connection with different kinds of sports, not just limited to one, but we also see that he discovered the library and how he loves spending time there. And he developed this connection to other readers. And we really see that books are of a high importance to him at this point in the story. Remember, when I see that summary, I'm picking out those main ideas that are developing. Maybe it's the conflict, maybe it's just revealing that information about the character, in our case, Myers. So go ahead and pause the video and read paragraph 4 and answer the question over here on the side. So here we see in paragraph 4 that it does have an impact on the story because we see kind of his perception of reading and how others perceived him in a negative light. So we see that he was getting made fun of for reading, that others made it clear that boys do not read. It was not cool, it was not approved, but he still chose to continue reading in private or secret. So we see that he was. So go ahead and continue reading and answer the question, why do the boys imitate the girls dancing? Go ahead and pause the video. So I'm looking at the underlined sentence in particular. Then we saw the girls were doing some kind of dance, so we imitated them, cracking ourselves up. So here they are being silly and making fun of girls here, and we really see them viewing dancing as something that boys should not be doing. Okay, so let's go ahead and read paragraph 6 through 11 and answer the question here. What did Myers learn from this particular experience? And paying careful attention to the underlined sentence. Go ahead and begin reading. So here we are once again seeing that he likes something that he wasn't necessarily supposed to like. So at first it was reading and now it is dancing. But here we see that he decides that he is going to continue doing those things anyway. So he's going to keep doing it in secret. So just like we saw with reading and then writing poems, and then now it's dancing, he's just going to have to do it in secret. So here we see details in the text that have significant impact on the story. What does it tell us about Myers? What does it tell us about other people? How has he experienced some of these conflicts as he is growing up? So let's go ahead and scroll down. What I want you to do now is to put in your own words what the central idea of the text is. So what is that universal truth or lesson learned from this story? What is his purpose in writing this to young readers? Go ahead and pause the video and go ahead and write your central idea in this box. So I wrote down my central idea from this text, and it is boys are supposed to act a certain way. So I do not want you to erase your central idea. If your central idea was kind of off or mine, then leave yours and then go ahead and add mine underneath it so we can just kind of track your thinking. So now that we've established the central idea is that boys are supposed to act a certain way, I want you using the sentence frame that we looked at during our instructional video and plug in details from the text where the author is introducing this idea at the beginning, the middle, and the end. After you have plugged in your answers to the sentence frame, I then want you moving to the post-reading activity where you are going to be identifying which detail you think is most effective in supporting the central idea. So I need you to explain your choice in this paragraph response, and when you are finished, you may submit your answer document. Thank you so much for watching this lesson. I hope you found it helpful.